All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to play lacrosse here on this muggy Sunday afternoon. CCBC Essex Knights going up against the Monroe Community College Tribunes. The Tribunes in the black jerseys and the Knights in the home white. Gonna get our first action here as ball is put on the ground over towards Bailey D'Amico. Bailey scoops that up, and she's taking it as far as she can. Gives it up to Dutton. Dutton couldn't catch that cleanly. Tribune's a short-staffed team, only starting 9 players here this afternoon. Tired legs, I'm sure, going to play effect at some point here in this game. Missing those players, I'm sure, going to come into effect in moments like that as well. Trying to go defense to offense is going to be that much harder. This Knights team is solid in that area on the ride to begin with. Playing with a few less players is going to be that much more difficult. First shot of the game there for the Knights. Good one, but better save, Leah D. D'Amico. Playing the walk-up game right now. She's running out of time. Somebody's got to make themselves available. Obviously, a lot easier said than done. First pass is a good one. Got an opening on that near sideline. Take advantage of it. And that third pass was a little bit behind. I think that was Emily Smith. Person they were trying to find. Here come the Knights. Good transition, but they throw it away. Boyle's able to chase it down before it goes out of bounds, and would have been a turnover. Ball's on the ground. Emily Dutton doesn't realize it until it's too late. Tribunes scoop it up, and now they're trying to go defense to offense. Little space in front. Take it as far as they can. Now the double team's on. And they lose possession of that ball. It's Devin Stallman. Put that ball on the ground. Tough position. Kind of found herself trapped in between 2 Knights players and the sideline. Madison D'Amico takes it as far as she can. Tried to find Stroman in the middle. 2 black jerseys got a stick on that ball. Sent it away. Here come the Knights. Almost 3 minutes into this first half, and we've got our first whistle, and it's going to be a restart here. Courtney Jacobs with a chance. Not a great goal-scoring area, so as soon as that whistle blows, she gives it up, and that's Bailey D'Amico. Good defensive play. Bailey, one of the faster players on this field here this afternoon, is able to turn the Jets on, chase to that ball, get possession back. Knights still knocking on the door. Trying to find Stroman again in the middle. Offensive strategy here for the Knights, the same as it's kind of been all season long. Work that ball on the outside, try and find somebody cutting into the middle. There's a nice offensive play by number 16, Mackenzie Storto. Split the defenders, got this ball deep into the offensive zone. We're going to see our first chance. Tribunes are going to see their first chance on offense. It's a short chance. Almost immediately turned it over. That big stick of Mackenzie Cullings. Was able to catch that. And a long pass and a whistle. Not sure what the whistle was, but I know it goes against the Knights. Emily Dutton with a frustrated look on her face, so maybe the foul was on her. Maybe she was just frustrated because she had a good scoring opportunity. And our first goal of the game goes to the Tribunes. I believe that's number 16. Find out in a moment. Our first goal of the game goes to the Tribunes. Almost 4 minutes into the contest.
That Monroe goal scored was scored by number 16, Mackenzie Storto.
And as we were getting that announcement for the first goal by Mackenzie Storto, Kristen Stone, was able to get in on the scoring action. That's a 2-0 early advantage here for the Tribunes. The Knights coming out a little flat-footed here to start this game.
That Tribune's goal was scored by number 3, Kirsten Stone.
She's got the call there on the second goal from the Tribunes. Kirsten Stone with the goal. And as you see, Stroman trying to get back in on the scoring for the Knights. And oh, so close. Took that into a real good scoring area. Just couldn't finish. Courtney Jacobs will scoop up that ball off the turf and take it on the restart. Knights still have possession here, down 2. 2 unanswered goals here for the Tribunes to start. Knights looking to crack through on the offense. Over 5 minutes into the first half. Stroman flashes there into the middle. Nothing could be had. Dutton takes it herself, and that's a good offensive possession there. Nothing there for a while. Then finally, Knights force the issue. Emily Dutton says, you know what? Let me do this myself. Excuse me, that was not Emily Dutton. That was number 17, Jade Joyce. That Knight's goal was scored by number 17, Jade Joyce. A little game of hot potato, finally won by the Knights and Bailey D'Amico, who get on that scoreboard here with just over almost 6 minutes into the first half. And Madison D'Amico took a shot to the head there. She'll restart things after the whistle. Knights working it behind the cage. It's Courtney Jacobs taking it as far as she can. I'm not sure if that was off the post or off the goalie. Regardless, it'll go down as a missed opportunity for number 9. Number 17, Jade Joyce, is looking to get back in on the scoring action. She'll have a ball on the restart behind the cage. The goalie will have to be behind the cage as well. It's a real good opportunity. Shot and no goal. That's on the side of the net there. That'll get your heart racing for a moment. Nothing going, though. Here comes the fun part here for the Tribunes. Trying to get this ball out of their defensive zone. A great job of doing that here. Got that ball onto the speedster stick and just took it the distance. That was number 3, Kirsten Stone. And here comes the Tribunes offense looking to get back into the lead, up by 2 here. They're up by 1 right now, looking to get it back to a 2-goal lead. That's Emily Smith with the ball on her stick right now and looking for something. Obviously, you want to keep the scoring up, but pace of play, I bet, is something that the head coach for the Tribunes talked about a lot coming into this game on the bus ride over, Deborah DeFino. Stroman has someone behind. Didn't realize it until it was maybe a little bit too late, but a bailout foul there by number 11, Taylor Hartline. Knights will still have possession here, as you can see, almost 10 minutes into this first half. And the restart and a quick shot there by Stroman. Catch and shoot opportunity right there in the middle. Had a couple black jerseys collapsing. As you see, after the penalty, the Tribunes down a person for the next 2 minutes. Tough situation for a team that's already playing down a couple players. And that is a game-tying goal there from number 16, Madison D'Amico. Will get us back to even strength on the scoreboard. Kill off the person advantage as well for the Tribunes. We're all back to even at 2-2 now. 21 minutes and 16 seconds left to play here in the first half.
That Knights goal was scored by number 16, Madison D'Amico.
Sorry about that. We're having some technical difficulties, making sure that we are all on the air for you. 2-2 is our score after some Addison D'Amico tied things up and got us all back to even. The Knights looking to press the issue, make it a 3-goal run. Emily Dutton put that wide of the net and a little high as well. Jade Joyce, the first one to the end line, though, so possession will stay with the Knights. Offensive possession, a slow one, but a good one. The Knights, a lot of movement away from the ball, looking for something to open up. They want to take advantage of that middle. May not be open right now, but if you continue to press the issue, tired legs are going to take in effect at some point, and it will open up. Emily Dutton, almost 20 to play on that shot clock, so they've got time, but not that much. They got to go. Jade Joyce. Now 10 on the shot clock. Double team is here. Joyce splits the double team and tries to take it the rest of the way and has her hands up after the shot as to say, where's the foul call? Referees didn't see anything, and that'll be a turnover by the Knights and a good defensive stand by the Tribunes. Here come the Tribunes on the offensive attack now. A lot of space. Obviously not. They don't have a numbers advantage. Now they don't have a space advantage either. As the double team comes, ball's on the ground. Emily Smith is able to chase it back down and get possession for her team. The Tribunes took a 2-0 lead to start this game. They've watched that 2-0 lead turn to a 2-2 tie. And then they'll get another goal here. And a good defensive effort there. Madison D'Amico couldn't get a stick on that ball. Couldn't get the full stick on that ball to catch it cleanly. He was able to get enough of it, deflect that pass, and then finish the work afterwards, or maybe not. So you see the Tribunes will take over possession. Madison D'Amico, all effort all the time when she's on that field. And there's Stroman. Not for lack of trying. Nice defense. Was able to get the turnover on the shot clock violation. Sure, they would have liked to had one of those turnovers on that ground ball instead. That would have gave them a better opportunity on the transition. Certainly taking advantage of the transition right now, though. Here's Bailey D'Amico, 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders, and a shot is no good. Put that right onto the big spoon. A great effort, though, getting around a couple defenders and getting into a goal-scoring area. Here come the Tribunes. Last offensive possession, a long one, but nothing there. Almost at the halfway point of this first half. All tied at 2, and honestly, it's not what I expected to see here to start things. Thought the Knights team were going to come out firing on all cylinders. Came out a little flat-footed and continue as the third goal of the game there for the Tribunes. I believe that one's from number 15, Emily Smith. Regardless, it'll get Monroe back in the lead at 3-2. And the Knights eat another punch there. They ate 2 punches to start this game. They were able to bounce off the ropes and send in 2 counter punches that got us back to even, but they could possibly be against the ropes here once again as the Tribunes got that ball into a good scoring zone, and were able to finish from there. Number 15, Emily Smith, First goal of the contest. Let's see what her stats were coming into this game. She had 16 goals on the season. Well, she's got 17 now.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 15, Emily Smith.
Stroman looking to break through on the scoring. Not going to happen that time. The rebound. Oh, it's good. What a play. First shot was rejected, I think, either by the chest protector or maybe the stick. Stroman stuck with it and just kind of batted the stick at the ball the next time around, and it was just enough to get that ball into the goal. Two teams are back at even with just over 16 minutes to play here in this first half.
That night's goal was scored by number 12, Alex Stroman.
So there it is. Alex, don't call me Braun Stroman, with the goal. It gets us back into even. We're now tied at 3-3. Emily Smith trying to change that, though, taking that as far as she can. Or maybe she'll take it a little farther. We'll find out. Behind the cage, some movement in front. Some Monroe players trying to flash there towards the middle. Nothing there. Good defensive effort so far by the Knights as the double team comes. Nikki Campbell and Michaela Boyle. Monroe, that is, pronouns, pal, just beat that double team like a drum. That was number 16, I believe, Mackenzie Storto. So it is an anything you can do, I can do better contest. The Monroe Tribune start this first half with 2 unanswered goals. The Knights answer back with 2 unanswered goals, and then it's 1v1 ever since then. It's got us to the point we're at right now where it's a 4-3 game. The Knights will take a timeout. We'll take one too, as they want to talk strategy. Can't imagine this is the way head coach Candace Schroeder thought this game was going to start for her team.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 16, Mackenzie Storto. Timeout taken by the Knights.
Who's waving?
No, they were going, all of them were going this way.
Or maybe all them were taking the waving that way?
No, the table.
Oh, maybe it was a timeout taken by them then. It doesn't matter. I mean, in all honesty, Rocco may not have told them, but what they're supposed to be doing is they're supposed to be radioing up here and telling us who the goals are in a situation like this. And telling us all this information because we're flying blind right now, you know? Rocco doesn't show up and the whole thing goes to hell. I guess that the computer got re-hooked up to the Wi-Fi, so like it's finally going to finally doing what we asked it to do. The first time that happened, we were still using the CD and the whole computer just froze. And Rocco goes, well, you got to say something. All right, we're back here and ready to play what could be the final, or what will be the final 15 minutes and 16 seconds of this first half. Knights have possession here after the timeout. Far sideline. Bailey D'Amico now working it towards the middle. And that pass could not be caught cleanly by her sister Madison. And ends up being a turnover because of it. A little push from behind, I think, on Marissa Hernandez. Hernandez, a defensive stopper here on this team. She wears those black gloves, kind of like the old school wrestler Blackjack Mulligan. Not someone to be messed around with. Hernandez or Mulligan. Under 15 to play here in this first half. Monroe is in the lead right now, 4-3. And looking to continue that here. They've got a good offensive possession. Stone taking it as far as she can. Double team comes. And she'll restart things here. Pick play set up. Pass one defender. Cannot get past that second. Good good defensive play there by Ashlyn Hales. Forcing the play behind the cage. And Collins is able to make the save. Work wasn't done. It's a good pass, set up a good scoring opportunity, but the Knights now have a lot of space and numbers. Emily Dutton, and it couldn't be caught cleanly by Jacobs on that first catch. She's able to chase down the rebound, though. Catch. And shoot! Stroman ties us up, back up, at 4. That's now 2 straight goals from number 12, Alex Stroman. Alex Stroman, number 12, a freshman midfielder out of Baltimore, Maryland. Spent her high school days at Concordia Prep. I have no idea where that is. Can't imagine that's in Maryland. We're going to look that up for you right now. Oh, look at that. What do I know? Concordia Preparatory School is in Hampton, Maryland, so.
That Essex goal was scored by number 12, Alex Stroman.
Stroman, ball on her stick here once again as we're approaching the 10-minute mark of this first half. Looking to get in on the scoring. Looking to get the Knights their first lead of the game as well. Referee calling for that shot clock to be restarted after the change of possession. A good defensive effort there by Monroe. Oh, difficult and dangerous pass. And Bailey D'Amico can't finish, and neither can Jade Joyce, but Jade Joyce took a shot. Oh, my. Sheridan Isaac just laid the truck stick down on number 17, and Jade Joyce will have a really good opportunity on a restart here. We're going to have 2 minutes, I'm sure, on the advantage here for the Knights. Fans here in attendance not happy with the gentleman in the zebra stripes. Not going to be happy with that either, as that shot is wide of the net, and a good free position opportunity goes empty. All that for really nothing for the Knights. They're still on an advantage for the next 2 minutes, or a minute and 40 seconds, that is now. Good ride put on them, by the Knights, excuse me. Oh, a tremendous interception there. Ed Reed-like, Devin Stallman. Getting that stick up in the air, catching that one perfectly. Killed off about 20 seconds. Knights still on the advantage, though. Already one advantage goal to their name. Can they make it a second? Can they get a second? Stroman. A lot of scoring from her this season, but it's kind of like a scoring point guard here for this team, where she definitely wants to look to get her shot off. And there, once again, Stroman completes the first half hat trick and gets her team back up here, or excuse me, up for the first time. It's 5-4. And as I was saying, Stroman, kind of a scoring point guard almost for this Knights team. Always looking to get her shot off, but she can be very accurate with those passes, setting up the teammates as well. Let's look at those stats for her coming into the season, or coming into the game, excuse me. 24 goals, 10 assists. So she is second in goals on the team, and also second in assists. She's second only to Jade Joyce, who has 28 goals and 11 assists on the season. Joyce had 1 goal already here this afternoon to improve to 29. Stroman with her 3rd goal here of the afternoon, so put her at 27. Stroman had earlier this season had a 7-goal outburst against Potomac. Knights, after starting this contest a little flat-footed, they have scored a couple goals here in a row that have got them back, or excuse me, got them in the lead for the first time.
That Essex goal was scored by number 12, Alex Stroman.
Here come the Knights on the attack once again, as we are approaching 10 minutes to play in the first half. Kayla Boyle. Long pass over to Madison D'Amico. A good pass. Couple black jerseys in between those two players. So to get a lot of arc on that shot. Madison D'Amico puts the ball on the ground, and here comes Monroe. A chance to tie things here. They've got a lot of space in front, but don't have numbers. Maybe taking it as far as they can. That's Mackenzie Storto. Ball on her stick. She's got 2 goals here this afternoon to her name. Only player on the Monroe team with multiple goals. Stone, another goal scorer here for this Monroe team. Now she has it behind the cage. Smith flashes there in a good spot for scoring, but I think maybe that pass was deflected before it found its target. Either that or it was just a poor pass. Either way, it'll go down as a turnover, and the Knights have a chance here. Emily Dutton long pass to Jacobs, who chases it down. Kayla Boyle, Dutton, great offense there. The give. Well, maybe not a give and go, but, well, I guess Dutton was the first one who threw out that long pass. She threw out that long pass and then ran towards the middle, found herself in a good goal-scoring area. Jacobs wasn't the one who gave it right back. Instead, she gave it up to Boyle, who then gave it up to Dutton. Regardless, it's now 3 unanswered goals here for the Knights as they find themselves up 2. This match is the largest lead either team has had in the game. Remember, Monroe started the contest with a 2-goal run, put them up 2-0.
That Knights goal was scored by number 11, Emily Dutton.
And Stroman couldn't catch that cleanly. Gives an opportunity to Monroe, or maybe not, as Bailey D'Amico with a tremendous defensive effort to get that ball out of the stick of that Monroe player. Couldn't see who that was on that far sideline. I think it was Emily Smith. Not sure. She has the ball again here. It's hot potato right now. Who's going to get it? Devin Stallman will. And Stallman carries it as far as she can. A little sloppy there with the cradling. Nice pass. And that's a dangerous scoring area. You catch it there and you catch it cleanly. You got to kind of just turn and shoot. And obviously it's a lot easier said than done when you got 3 or 4 black jerseys around. Continue to hold on to that ball there. Could be a dangerous play. I think Joyce, the rest of her teammates, are a little lucky that that ball didn't end up on the ground, and instead it was a foul committed by Monroe. This is going to give a free opportunity to the Knights. They already have one player in the penalty zone. Now we've got another player walking over there. Are the Knights going to be on a 2-person advantage here? Looks like it. They are for 2 minutes. Let's see if those penalties are releasable or not. Quick goal there by Joyce, her second of the contest. Now the Knights starting to play, honestly, like I thought they were going to play when this game started. And that's not just because of the advantage they have in terms of players. This Monroe team, let's look at the numbers coming into the game. This Knights team averaging 15 goals a game, Monroe averaging 21 goals a game. I think that has a lot more to do with the fact that the Knights have played a lot more games here this season. They played 7 games. Monroe's only played 4 games. And you look at the total of goals scored. The Knights scored 108 goals on the season. Monroe scored 85 goals on the season. So that numbers in goals per game, I think, doesn't tell the whole story at all. You look at that stat alone, you think Monroe would come in here and possibly dominate. You look at the whole story, you look at all the stats, it says otherwise. Meeting of the minds between Monroe is finally over. So they're having a little powwow in front of the goalie's nest. One of those penalties was released there for the Monroe Tribunes. One of them unreleasable.
That Essex goal was scored by number 17, Jade Joyce.
Oh, what a goal. And getting one of those goals back. That's a disadvantage goal there, too. Number 3, Kirsten Stone. Second goal of the contest. Now the Knights are having a meeting of the minds. Trying to figure out how to make sure that doesn't happen again. Alex Stroman looks like she was leading that meeting.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 3, Kirsten Stone.
Stroman over to Dutton. Dutton takes it as far as she can. Underhand toss over to Bailey D'Amico. Gives it right up to Madison. And Madison cannot get her pass off. It goes down as a turnover. Backline judge there for the referee is going to slow things down. These two teams are going to be at even strength here in 20 seconds. Or close to even strength. Monroe will still be down a few players due to circumstance. 7-5 is the score right now. Monroe trying to get back to a 1-goal deficit if possible. Did a good job of getting this ball into the midfield at least. Penalty is over for Monroe. Here's Stone. Stone, pass. The shot right in front of the cage. I think that one went off of the knee or leg of Collings. And now a whistle by the line judge on this side. Clock continues to run. All right, just pick it up and throw it. Thank you. A little episode of Tom and Jerry back there. Dutton, Stroman, under 5 to play now. Bounce shot wide or possibly over the cage. Joyce is there to scoop it up. 45 on the game clock, 45 on the shot clock, so still a lot of time left. Under 4 on the game clock. The Knights can continue scoring here. Have a lot of chances. Joyce lullabies that first defender to sleep. Thought she was going to get into a good goal scoring area, and did, but she had a couple black jerseys collapse on her as soon as she got in front of that goal. It's going to have a free opportunity here, though. It's a great chance for some scoring. All set up by the nice dodge originally. Joyce couldn't finish that time, but they'll still have a chance here. I was saying before, Joyce had that ball right there on the corner, right close to where the crease was, looking like she was looking for a pass. I think she almost kind of lullabied her defender to sleep. As soon as she saw that opening, she took it, almost got a goal for it. Team is still knocking on opportunity's door, though. Now Stroman trying to do the same thing here. Monroe wise to the tricks this time. Stroman forces the issue and then spins goal side and finishes. It's now 4 goals here in this first half for number 12, Alex Stroman. Knights get their lead back to 3. Largest lead of the game. Under 3 to play now.
That Essex goal was scored by number 12, Alex Stroman.
Stroman catch and shoot and just a bit outside. Great offensive chance set up there by the effort from Stroman. Continuing to work towards that middle, push the issue. Same thing there once again. Could not finish, though, this time. Frustration from Stroman shows. She was immediately trying to get that ball right back. Storto. Now she's going on the offensive attack for Monroe. Just over a minute to play. And over a minute on the shot clock as well. So Monroe can really take a lot of time off the clock if they play this possession right. We'll have another chance. Whistle looks like it's going against the Knights. And it will. It does, excuse me. 1:09 on the game clock, 56 on the shot clock. Opportunity, real good goal scoring area. This Knights team has got to be careful with this barking back and forth at the referee. I mean, I understand there's some frustration. No ref wants to be upstaged like that, though. Got to let cooler heads prevail. And not a good restart there. It was a tough position. Got to go fast. Stroman gets sent off the field. Two minutes. I think that had more to do with the barking back and forth at the ref that took place a few seconds before that, and less to do with the penalty. Penalty didn't seem that severe. Regardless, time is still moving. This game's still going on. The Knights are still in front 8-5. Under 30 now on the game clock in this first half. They can hold for the final shot. May not want to do that, though. They got a lot of space in front. Now a little bit less space. Don't have the numbers either. Defense was good. Did a good job of getting back in time there for Monroe. Michaela Boyle cannot finish, but Jade Joyce, she can. It's her third goal of the contest. So out of the 9 goals scored here in the first half for the Knights, 7 of them coming off of the stick of Alex Stroman and Jade Joyce. So the race for the scoring title here for the Knights season continues. It's becoming a two-person race between Alex Stroman and Jade Joyce. Coming into this contest, Jade Joyce had the lead by 4. She had 28 goals on the season. Stroman had 24. Stroman now has 28, and Joyce has 31.
That Essex goal was scored by number 17, Jade Joyce.
That's the end of the first half. So we've played 30. We'll be back with the second 30 after this. And the Knights will be down a person for the first 1 minute and 4 seconds of that second half as well. So we'll be back after this break.
Can you unplug that just so? inside shots, jump shots, 3-point.
That, and I think Capella has to start hot. Like, they have to get him involved in the pick and roll, because he may not get a lot of points, but if he can get the ball to the rim and force Gobert to have to go up and meet him at the rim, not more times than not, but sometimes those are going to be fouls, and that's going to go a long way in getting him out of the game. It's going to be a great mix of old school basketball and new school basketball. That's the series outside of the Celtics that I'm looking forward to the most. And we are back here ready to play the final 30 minutes of a contest that has been pretty close, a lot closer than this broadcaster thought it was going to be, that's for sure. The Monroe Tribunes came into this contest down a few players. Knights on the attack here. They're down one person to start things after that Stroman penalty to end the first half. Two teams are going to be back at even strength here shortly. And who's going to have ball when we get to that point? Looks like the Knights. Monroe player pleading the case to say it should have been their ball. Saw it the other way, and the Knights. Number 12, Alex Stroman, comes back out onto the field. Oh, wow, that would have been an incredible goal by Emily Dutton. Jade Joyce scoops up the loose ball. Man, that was so close to being just an incredible highlight reel goal. They end up getting the goal a few seconds later, but Dutton will be thinking about that one that she missed out on, though, I'm sure. Dutton, her second goal of the contest, she had one in that first half. Goal scorers for the Knights in that first half: Emily Dutton, like I just said. Stroman, she had 4 goals. Madison D'Amico had 1, and Jade Joyce had 3. That Essex goal was scored by number 11, Emily Dutton. Monroe will have their first opportunity here in this second half. It's the largest deficit of the game for either team at 5 goals. See if Monroe can climb out of this hole they find themselves in right now. Oh, my! And big plays like that are going to go a long way. Stone to Storto, and Storto finishes it from there. A tremendous display of offense. You can't draw it up any better, I don't think. Storto joins that hat trick club. First player for Monroe to join that club. Stone had 2 goals, number 3, in that first half. Storto had 2 goals in that first half, and Emily Smith, number 15, got in on the scoring for Monroe as well in that first half. So the lead is back to 4 As Monroe got a quick goal there, not even 3 minutes into the contest in this second half, and we've already got 2 goals.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 16, Mackenzie Storto.
Want to thank you for joining us here this afternoon. Thanks for joining us all season long. For those of you who are watching us instead of the Masters, Tigers on the lead right now. Just hit a birdie, put them up under 12. Oh, nice pass in front and a better finish. Courtney Jacobs with the laser beam pass from behind the cage. Madison D'Amico catches and shoots and scores. That is her second goal of the contest. She's got 1 in the first half and now here 1 in the second. That nice goal there by Monroe was not followed up by nice defense. As they need to not just get goals, they need to get stops as well if they want to keep their comeback hopes alive. Some more plays like that for the Knights offense, and their comeback hopes are going to disappear.
That Essex goal was scored by number 16, Madison D'Amico.
Gonna have a free position opportunity here. Dutton puts that right onto the big spoon of the goalkeeper. Almost 4 minutes into this second half. Knights can't get a goal there, but not for lack of trying. Jade Joyce calling for the chest bump afterwards after the impressive goal. She now ties Alex Stroman for the lead in goals here this afternoon. That is her 4th goal of the contest. 32nd goal this season. Get the restart here after the whistle. Stroman thought she had that one.
That Essex goal was scored by number 17, Jade Joyce.
And now the Monroe Tribunes find themselves down 6. 12-6. Stordo taking it as far as she can. Good defensive closeout there by a couple of white jerseys. Bailey D'Amico, one of them. And I think Ashlyn Hale's the other. Monroe still with possession here, looking into a good goal-scoring area, and that goes off of the foot of Cullings. Stroman's able to catch it in the air. She wanted to go defense to offense as quickly as possible. She was slowed down by a penalty, though, on Monroe. And now they'll restart here. Long pass. Finds Boyle. Boyle's got space, but she's also got teammates. Jacobs shoots and just misses. Knights still with possession here. Jade Joyce forcing the issue as much as she can. Looking for someone. Now gives it up to Bailey D'Amico. Five minutes into the second half. Almost 6. Long possession, 10 on the shot clock. They've got to go. Joyce right in front. It's deflected by Stallman. And that'll go down as a missed opportunity. The Knights can afford to miss a couple, though. They're up 6. Long pass right on the target. And here comes Monroe. A lot of space. Stordo possibly taking it as far as she can. It's going to slow things down, wait for the teammates to catch up. Tired legs, you got to think. Coming into effect here at this point for Monroe. Pass out in front, couldn't be caught by anybody. Instead, the Knights get it, and now here they go. Oh, wow, that's why you don't want to turn it over in your defensive zone. What a save by Cullings. The rebound not as successful. It's all right, that one won't end up on the highlight tape, but that first one certainly will. Wow, what a save. Great example of why you never want to turn that ball over in the defensive zone, though. Gave a great opportunity to Monroe. Now that lead for the Knights is back to just 5.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 15, Emily Smith.
Knights take it as far as they can before it's scooped up there by the goalkeeper for Monroe. Those of you at home wondering, Tigers still tied for the lead in the Masters. Good pass there. Sets up another good pass. Monroe doing a good job getting that ball out of their defensive zone. They've been doing a good job of that all game long. Surprised that they haven't had as many turnovers in their defensive zone with the numbers the way they are here for these two teams. Figured that's where the tired legs would show up the most. That'll work hard to get possession of the ball and then work even harder to get it out of your defensive zone. Well, Monroe's made it not look easy, but easier than I thought they were going to make it look. And a whistle before that shot. So the goal does count, though. Not sure why the whistle then. Devin Stallman with the goal there from Monroe gets this game back to 4. Monroe, 2 straight unanswered goals. Are they getting ready to make a comeback here? We're going to find out. 21 minutes left in this contest. A lot of time left to be played. The Knights been the ones doing all the punching so far, at least since the opening moments of the first half. Are they up against the ropes now, though? Nice counterpunch here by the Knights would go a long way in securing a victory for them. Kill some of that momentum for Monroe before it really gets rolling.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 55, Devin Stallman.
Knights with a possession here. 20 on the game clock, 60 on the shot clock, and that'll change as we have the change in possession. Good defensive effort there by Hales, or maybe not. Referee saw it the other way. Here comes Monroe. 2 unanswered goals here for them. Can they make it a third? Stone plays it behind to Isaac. Isaac, double team comes on her, so she gives it up. Good offensive possession to start here. Under 40 on the shot clock. And Monroe still with the ball. Looked like the ref was getting ready to blow that whistle. There's a play right in the middle. Can't be caught cleanly. And that will go down as a missed opportunity as the Knights going to take over possession. That was a great opportunity for Monroe. They had a player flying in towards that middle area goal-scoring zone. Could not be caught cleanly. Pass was a little high. What could have been, what could have been. That's what they're thinking, I'm sure. Under 20 now to play, 12-8. Knights, another chance to stop some of this momentum that Monroe is building up. Bailey D'Amico takes a dive there on that far sideline. Still have possession after the whistle. It's going to be an advantage, 2 minutes here for the Knights, as the penalty goes against number 15, Emily Smith. Tough position to be in if you're a Monroe player. To find a way to kill off this advantage here for the Knights. Good job there by Monroe getting that ball into their offensive zone. It was a good ride put on there by the Knights. Can they do the rest of the work, though? A restart here. Number 17, Alexis Curran. Oh, and a score. It's a disadvantage goal there. Gets this game back to gets this game back to 3. Wow, what an incredible turn of events. This game has been. We've got 18 minutes to play left. We've got 18 minutes left to play, and we got ourselves a ball game right here.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 17, Alexis Carana.
And a timeout taken. I didn't see which of those two teams took the timeout. If I'm guessing, I would imagine it would be the Knights. I don't get paid to make guesses, though. I get paid to talk about what's on the field, and there's nothing on the field right now, so we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Through 14, and he's still sitting at under 12. I hope he wins. I hope he wins. All the crap he had to take for all those years.
Who's in second?
Right now, it is a tie for second between Day and Kopeka. I don't know who Kopeka is, but I imagine Day is the Asian guy. Yeah, Jason Day. It's a four-way tie up top, though, with Woods, Molinari, Johnson. Oh, wow, that's Dustin Johnson. I didn't even realize that. But he's 317, so he's almost done. Woods is the last one on the course right now. He's in the final group, so he's going to have a chance if he keeps it together. My dad's probably freaking out right now. He's like the biggest Tiger Woods fan. It's like every time we go play, he's all decked out in his Tiger gear.
He's got his hat.
Oh, he's got the hat. He always wears the red shirt. He is like upset. I think Tiger is the reason he got into golf. I think.
Yeah.
'Cause
I read the article. But no, it was like, I don't know the article the whole way. But it was about how Tiger Woods has introduced golf to so many younger, older people, and how he's made the golf industry more richer.
I'll tell you the story about it once we're off the air. We are back here ready to play the final 18 minutes of a contest that has been very close. Thanks in large part due to a furious comeback effort here by Monroe in the second half. They've got 4 goals in the second half. The Knights need to find a way to kill off some of that momentum that Monroe is building. And, oh, man, that play could have been the play to kill off some of that momentum. Joyce, with the pass in front to Jacobs, was a little low. A good opportunity. A player in the penalty zone for the Monroe Tribunes is going to come back out onto the field in 8 seconds, excuse me. These two teams will be as close to even strength as they've been all game. Remember, Monroe's still playing this game with only 9 players due to circumstance. And due to tremendous effort, the Knights get back up to a 4-goal lead as Courtney Jacobs forces the issue, takes that ball as far as she can, and is able to finish for the goal, her first goal of the contest. We now have 5 different goal scorers here in this game for the Knights. Interesting, when I'm looking at my score sheet here, one of those goal scorers who has not scored in the second half is Alex Stroman. Stroman had 4 goals in that first half and has been held in check here for most of his second half. There's still a lot of time left to be played, so still got a chance.
That Essex goal was scored by number 9, Courtney Jacobs.
Here come the Knights once again here, knocking on opportunity's door. Under 17 to play. 60 on the shot clock, so a lot of time left. D'Amico sisters flash there. Both of them going in towards the middle. Neither of them got the ball. Joyce still on it. The dodge. Now the spin. Double team is coming. No double team. Instead, they switch. And she's tripped up there as the double team comes for the second time. And a shot and a save. What a save there. Keep the comeback hopes alive. Monroe, they need goals, obviously, finding themselves down 13-9, but I think what they need just as much as they need goals is stops. There, a tough turnover is Dutton forcing the issue. Gets that stick on that ball. Gets the turnover in the defensive zone. Jacobs, pass across is deflected and scooped up by Monroe. A great idea there by Jacobs as Joyce found herself in a good scoring zone, but a better defensive effort by Monroe. Now taking it defense to offense. Got a chance here. Can they get that goal back? Gave up a goal a few moments ago that put the lead back to 4 for the Knights. Can they get it back to 3 here with a goal? Tired legs have to be playing a part here as we are at the halfway point of this second half, which means we've played a full 45 minutes. We got 15 more to play. Does Monroe have what it takes to continue their comeback effort? And a foul will go against the Knights. We'll give possession to Monroe, and we'll give an opportunity to Monroe as well. It's a tough goal-scoring area, so they'll slow things down. They got 20 on the shot clock, so they've got time, but not a lot of it. And we are about to have someone be sent off. It's a yellow card for number 21, Marissa Hernandez. She will take a 2-minute break over in the no-no zone. And with 14 minutes and some change left, Monroe will have a little bit of advantage here for 2 minutes. Go a long way in helping their comeback chances if they can make good on this opportunity. Monroe really cannot afford to miss many opportunities. They see there. Quick shot does not result in a quick goal. Instead, it gives a quick transition opportunity to the Knights and they really blow away. Emily Dutton couldn't catch that cleanly. And then the pass is wide, and that's going to give Monroe more than enough time to set the defense up. Talk about missed opportunities there. The Knights could have capitalized on that quick shot with a quick transition, but a little sloppy, and they missed their chance. Won't come back to hurt them as of right now. It doesn't look like it's going to come back to hurt them too much. 13-9 is our score. They have possession and the lead. 45 on the shot clock, so they can take their time here. Remember, they're down a person here for the next minute and change, as Marissa Hernandez is on the sideline in the penalty area. 30 on the shot clock now. Stroman is carrying it, and a whistle away from the ball, and if it goes the way the ref is saying it, it looks like it's going to be Monroe ball, and it is. Missed opportunity there. Sloppy play continues there for the Knights. A game like this, you cannot afford to give Monroe that many free opportunities. They're capitalizing on the opportunities that they give you more times than not. Can they do that here once again? Storto trying to split the defense, could not do it successfully as she put that ball on the ground. She'll have it again on this restart. Goes quick with the pass. That's Stone. Middle. Dahlman cannot finish. It's the second time Monroe has had a player open in the middle, and they couldn't capitalize on it. If they are not able to complete the comeback effort here in this game, they will be thinking about those two opportunities for sure. What a pass! And what a save. Stroman. Our best Jason Kidd impression there with the almost full field pass. So I told you earlier, she is more than just a scorer here for this Knights team. Obviously, 24 goals coming into the contest. She can score, and she can score in bunches, but she can get her teammates involved as well. There, you saw with that tremendous pass. Going to have another chance. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left. And Dutton cannot get that baseball-like swing on that ball as it was floating in the air in front of her. 65 on the shot clock, so they got a lot of time to work with here. I wonder if the Knights will change up their offensive strategy a little bit, try and play more of a keep-away game. Head coach Candace Schroeder has watched her team get into a lead, but has also watched her team turn the ball over a few times here the last few minutes, excuse me. Knights will have a chance here and a restart in a very good position. Courtney Jacobs will have the ball on her stick. Not the strongest offensive player here for the Knights with the shot, but she's going to have a chance. Good shot that time. Was low. It's where you want to go. But a better save. Great effort, though, by the Knights to get the rebound, and they have possession with a fresh shot clock to work with. 13-9 is our score. It'll be our score for a little bit longer. How much longer? Wouldn't have been that much longer if Jacobs could have caught that cleanly. She was in a great goal-scoring area, could not capitalize. Maybe a lot of that had to do with a couple black jerseys right there. Joyce, though, on the other hand, is able to capitalize, and she has her 5th goal of the contest. Had 3 in the first half and now has 2 in the second half. And that will get the lead back to a more favorable position for the Knights. 14-9 with just over 10 minutes left to play in the contest. And while we have this break in the action, let's get a Masters update, shall we? Through 14 holes, Tiger Woods still tied for the lead at 12 under.
That Essex goal was scored by number 17, Jade Joyce.
And we're back here. Marissa Hernandez is back out on the field, as you could see. Remember, she spent 2 minutes in a penalty area. Dutton to Stroman. Stroman, I've noticed here the last 4 or 5 minutes, every time she gets a chance, she's got hands on knees. Maybe tired legs starting to affect her as well. Wouldn't be surprised. She's been running all over that field. Pass by Stroman to Madison D'Amico was caught, and then D'Amico put the shot on goal right into the big stick. And here comes the fun part here for Monroe, getting that ball out of their defensive zone. Goalie puts it on the ground, scoops it right back up. Got to go for the long pass now. And a whistle blown against the Knights will give possession to Monroe and give them a little bit more time to get this ball out of their defensive zone as well. Stordo, that's the one they want with possession. He's done a good job of carrying the ball for this Monroe team. And once again, she gets that ball out of her defensive zone and gets her team an offensive opportunity. Great effort there for Monroe. Cannot capitalize as Cullings makes a great interception on the pass in front. And now the Knights have a great chance as Michaela Boyle is going to carry it. And carry it. And carry it. And a whistle. As now the Knights will have a restart. I did not see where the whistle came from or what the whistle was for. Shot is wide of the net, and the Knights will still have possession as Courtney Jacobs tried to get a stick on that ball but couldn't. Luckily for her, it didn't deflect off the stick and go out of bounds. Instead, she just missed it altogether. Because of that, the Knights will still have possession. Dutton. Over to Boyle. Boyle. Good carry on that last one. The shot left something to be desired for, though. I'm sure she'd like to have another crack at that. Under 8 to play now. Boyle. Stroman. Wanted that ball, didn't get it. Joyce still has it on the stick, looking for something, looking for someone to get open. She's got 25 on that shot clock. She's running out of time. Stroman does not get it again. This time Boyle does, and can't be caught by anyone. Stroman thought she was in a good enough goal-scoring area. She should have got that ball. It's definitely a frustration play. It's a dangerous pass, though, and a difficult pass to make, though, from Joyce. One Knights player, one Monroe player goes down. The Knights player stays down. And look at that, a tremendous display of sportsmanship on that far sideline. Monroe player helping up the Essex player. That's what it's all about. That's why we play the game. My dad always used to say sports are a metaphor for life. As I get older and older, start to realize just how right that man was. Not just about that, about pretty much everything else as well. Funny how those things happen as you get older. Monroe with the ball on that far sideline, just over 6 minutes left to play. Saw the stick hit the head there almost immediately. Look at that. It's a sight that sums up how kind of game it's been for Monroe. Storto taking any chance she can to catch a breather here. Under 6 to play. 14-9 is the score, and it'll remain that for a little bit longer after a great save from Cullings. Cullings gives it right up to Boyle. That's the second or third time Cullings has made a save and then immediately gone for the long pass. With the numbers game the way it is here today, it's a smart play. Saw the Knights couldn't capitalize initially, so they'll restart here. Slow things down as they got 60 seconds to work with on that shot clock. Lots of time here as we approach 5 minutes to play in the contest. The contest that has been very close, and it's been back and forth. Monroe maybe got a little lucky there that Dutton couldn't get the shot off the way she wanted to. She almost had to catch and shoot immediately because she had the black jersey right in front of her. She would have had a little bit more space. Probably would have had a goal there. It's a great goal-scoring area. Joyce. Pass to Bailey D'Amico, and she gets rejected by the big spoon of the goalkeeper. Knights still knocking on opportunity's door. Now just over 4 minutes to play. 14-9 is still our score. How much longer will that remain our score? And right there, got the update from ESPN as Tiger Woods is taking the lead here in the Masters. Back to the action on the field, though. Knights 14-9. Play in the middle. Oh, what an interception. That's Stallman. Monroe, if they don't come away victorious here in this game, they've got to walk off the field with their heads held very high, only playing with 9 players. They've been in this game pretty much from the start, and they've had a couple players here have maybe possibly their best games of the season. As Stallman, number 55, has made a couple big plays here. Of course, Mackenzie Storto has made a couple big plays here as well. Emily Smith. And there is a goal, and Stroman finally gets one here in the second after getting 4 in the first half. She has 1 in the second half now, and we'll give her 5 for the contest, and it'll tie her up with Jade Joyce for 5 in the contest, as they both have that. 15-9, leads back up to 6. I believe this is the largest lead of the game for the Knights. The scoring title race from number 17 and number 12 continues. They both have 5 goals here this afternoon, which puts them at a total of 33 for Joyce on the season and 29 for Stroman. So Joyce still 4 ahead. Not for lack of trying. Stone. As far as she can go, Stordo with a catch and shoot. What a tremendous play by Monroe. They get that goal back. Keep their comeback hopes alive here in this one. 15-10 is the score. And Stordo has her 4th goal of the contest. It's the leading goal scorer here in the game. Let's check out her stats coming into the game. Number 3, Kirsten Stone, and number 16, Mackenzie Stordo, were tied with 20 goals on the season. Stone has 2 goals, which will improve her to 22. And like I said, Stordo has 3, so that'll improve her to 23 and put her in the lead. Not in the lead in points, though, for this team, as number 3, Kirsten Stone. Very much a scoring point guard here for this Monroe team, as she has 20 goals and 22 assists. A 2020 season already here for Stone.
That Monroe goal was scored by number 16, Mackenzie Storto.
And with just over 2 minutes, the Knights will take over possession. They've got 70 on the shot clock, so they've got a lot of time to work with. Maybe looking to go a little hot potato. Play keep away. Joyce with possession. She has Stroman behind her, as well as Boyle. Instead, she gives it up to Madison D'Amico, who flashes there into the middle. She could not catch that cleanly. Probably would have had her 3rd goal of the game if she could have. Missed opportunity. One the Knights can certainly afford to miss, though, with the scoreboard looking the way it is. Monroe's going to need a miracle to get back into this one. Good opportunity as Stordo took it as far as she could. She was fouled. 1:34 now, 15-10. Stordo can get it to 4, though, with a goal here on the restart. You know she can score here. It's going to be a matter of how fast can the Knights defense collapse, and they collapse fast enough. But she's still able to get that shot off, and Cullings took one off the leg. Kill or be killed, I always say. Sometimes when you're in the goal, it's kill or be killed, and that time Cullings decided she wanted to live to see another day. Stallman, a double team put on her on that far sideline. She puts it on the ground, but the ref blew the whistle. And with a minute left, it's a 15-10 game. And will 15-10 be the final score? Long pass cannot be caught by anybody as it hits the ground. Finally picked up by Nikki Campbell, who underhands it over to Stroman, and Stroman. 40 on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off, as this will maybe possibly be the final possession of the game. Looks like it will be the final possession, as looks like our final score is going to be 15-10. And Boyle trying to get that 1 goal. Just missed it, and that'll be the final play of the contest.
Gentlemen, that's the end of today's contest. The final score, Essex 15, Monroe 10. We thank you for joining us this evening. As you leave, please drive carefully and arrive home safely.
All right. As you just heard from our PA announcer, the final score here in this one, 15-10. We'll be back with more Essex lacrosse next week. Until then, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.